Let's see, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's 3/21 of 2024, and it is 10:30 p.m. Today, a friend, because I needed somebody to go with me, not just me, but everybody who's going through the procedure at the hospital or whatever. So I had to be there at 3:28 in the morning. No, 3:28 is the date. No, it's not. Oh, never mind. Maybe I could show it to you and you could understand it better than I can. So this was my second eye. This was the left eye. And no, this is the right eye. This is the left eye. So I had the cataract removed from the left eye. And I had to go in today. So that was yesterday. So I had to go in today and have it checked. And now I do not have to. Now, of course, I have drops that I have to put in. There's a schedule of, I think a lot of people, putting them in, drops in. One, I can't stand anything getting close to my eyes. And then the other, well, you have to turn this upside down. You don't squirt it or whatever. You turn it upside down and it drips in, so you got to get it close to your eye. And stings a little bit. So there's a schedule for this. It's the tan top. Apply 1 drop to operated eye 4 times per day until the next visit to the clinic. And this one, the pink top, 1% in strength. Shake well before using. And apply 1 drop to the eye 4 times a day. I scratched that out somehow. How did I do that? Okay. Okay, 4 times a day until the next visit to the clinic. As I told you, this is March 21st. So I go back to the clinic on 3/28 at 9:50 a.m. in the morning. And I think that that's going to be, well, that's not going to be it. The next step is, I think, at this step. And that's when they send me over, next door, the office there or whatever. And they're going to decide if I need, lenses or whatever. Now, supposedly I'm going to have excellent right and left. Not everybody gets that. I've got a friend in Kansas City, and he had it done, and it just turned out that his one eye was okay, and the other eye was not okay. So he's missing distant vision, I'm going to have both, you know, are going to be okay, right and left. So I'm lucky. Of course, I'm going to be here in a few days, 5 days. I will be. I think it's 5 days. I can't see it yet. Well, so I will have excellent, you know, right and left vision. And for years, what I've actually had is my right eye, terrible condition, my left eye doing all the work and sharing, you know, helping out the right eye. But I should be in good shape. And I'm glad about it. I just wish I could have had this, you know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. If I remember correctly, my parents, I think, got me, well, you know, I told my parents, I mentioned this before, so I won't go through it again. I was with some friends, you know, in grade school or whatever, when we were out. And we were looking for a street, let's say Garfield. And as we're walking along, you know, oh, okay, not yet, not yet, not yet. And then I said, you guys can read, yeah, sure. You can see what that sign says that I can't, you know, up there. Yeah. So what I said, okay, you guys, let's start walking towards, you know, we're looking for Garfield now, okay? Let's start walking. You tell me when you can see the sign that says Garfield. We walk a little bit. Several guys say, I can see it. And of course, I couldn't see it. And then, you know, when I'm almost on top of it, then I can read Garfield. So, why did I get on that subject? I don't know. But I'm going to have, well, and I don't remember getting any glasses or after that pair of glasses that, and I went home and told Jim and Betty, my dad and my mother, I need glasses. And okay, well, you'll get glasses, but you're going to have to wear them all the time. And I got them, and I did wear them all the time because I could see with them. So, going to have a rebirth of that. Now, for the next few days, well, I've had these. For the next few days, when I go outside in the sunlight or whatever, or it was even here in the house when I'd wake up or whatever, you know, it'd be like, oh shit, that hurts, you know, the glare, and now it doesn't seem as bad, so I think maybe I'm, you know, improving in that area also, because, you know, I just had yesterday a cataract removed from this eye, and this always confuses me because I'm, you know, this is the right eye, but it's on my, you know, of course, you know, so you get it, I think. Ouch, I pinched myself there. So I've got to take these, where are the drops? Here they are. Got to take them. I never had to put eye drops in my eye before, you know, but it's difficult. When I never put eye drops in my eye, and I don't think anybody put eye drops in my eye, but I had to figure out how to do it, and I thought, well, I'll go and, you know, I'll get close, but then you get in the thing, it's like, you know, how close am I? I don't want to poke my eye with, you know, with this, and I thought you would, like, squeeze it, you know, but this doesn't squeeze. So what you do is you go in and get, well, let's see, this is the one I had done, what, a couple of weeks ago or something, week and a half ago. Today is the one for this. and you got to go in and, without poking your eye, dump some in there. It comes out drop, So I think you probably like the video, and I switched to the Razer USB camera, but I'm still using this microphone here, which we like, and you like. And what I've been using for the last couple of days, I think before, was this microphone, and which camera was I using? I forget. But right now I think this is working great. I had a computer friend over. He lives very close here. And he came over today and he hooked up Alexa. Now, I had Alexa hooked up in the past, a couple of them, one for my room and one for Darlene's kitchen. But my son, grown son, decided back then to just play with that, with that thing. And he deprogrammed the thing. I'm sure there are people who do those kind of things, but he just asked questions and told it was telling Alexa to do, I don't know. I don't even know how to do that kind of math, and I'm not sure he knows how either. Take such and such to the 12th level and blah, and then do this, and then take this and put this, and then he'd have it play it back, and then he'd have it multiply by 2 and just do all kinds. And that was fucking it. And I just retired that stuff. Now Darlene has wanted it, my ex-wife. She uses it. I didn't think when I got it, when I bought one for myself, then I thought this is pretty neat. And so then I bought one for her, and I didn't think she'd use it. And my God, she was using it, but now she's using it again. Because after several months ago, maybe a year ago, I said, that is it. Because my son was messing with the coding on it, and if she asked from their dining room, that's their bedroom with the big screen TV and everything. But he just, and so I just pulled it out, and she's been asking for it, and I've been saying, no way. Anyway, this new friend of ours came over, and he had it set up nice for himself, using his cell phone and everything like that. And I said, and I explained the situation, and he said he would set it up. And so he had set it up for me in here, and he set it up for her in there. And my son's been fairly quiet, but just a while ago he started, he's not doing the crazy stuff yet, but that's probably to come. So I just checked this, and the audio is good, and this camera is good. So I'll be glad to get this up, but I'd have to see. I have to see a whole bunch of doctors. I've got a bunch of. This is my second pacemaker I got in me. I need to see him. Actually, I see him once a year, and at his office, the cardiologist, and I have a thing here in the back. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, there it is. I think the white. Uh, this white thing right here that I'm touching is running all the time and monitoring my heart, and it reports back immediately, automated, to the, actually probably not to the doctor's office. I'm sure that across the United States they have, centers set up, and the information goes in, and they know, who this person's connected to, and stuff like that, and then the doctor's notified, hey, such and such, So I need to see a dentist really bad. I need to get these places on top. I've already had a big cancer thing a while back taken off the top of my head, skin cancer. And I've got some more spots, and I'm not sure about those. The other was obvious. I mean, even to a hospital security guard, you didn't have to be a dermatologist or whatever to know that was cancer. In fact, the ex-wife, repeated me, you need to have that checked. That looks like cancer, And a bunch of you also have said, Jim, you should have that checked. And I finally did it. Had it checked. I need to do that again. My feet and my legs do not have good circulation at all. That needs to be seen and taken care of. And there's other things. So I'm going to be busy. I haven't even looked to see what the schedule is. I got the eye situation. Some of the other doctors wanted to do some of this other stuff, and I said, I want to take care of have the eyes taken care of first, and then the rest of this stuff, and they all agreed. So my next step here, I think I already mentioned it, is I'm going to be going, when this is all done here, 4 times, let's see. Do my eye scan again, which is, they're actually good now, but it still needs, to do some cooking or something. Then I'll end up having to get glasses. I'll still need glasses, but they'll be like reading glasses. In fact, the eye doctor told me today that, and I already bought like 6 pair. You can get these really cheap at a dollar store or places like that, and that's for reading up close. But then I will probably get, I'm sure I will, some glasses that will be, designed that I'll be using the monitor, computer monitor. And that may be it. But I may get another pair, another pair of glasses that might be for some, when I get to that department there, they're going to show these things, put this stuff up in, and I can decide what I want to do. Now you can go for inexpensive, or frugal, for me, and you can go to another level, and then I think you can go to another level with these things, and of course I'm going to have to go for the cheap one, anyway. But I mean, I will have some choice, and I will, see what the difference is going to be for me. My son, you can probably hear him in the background. That's going to be a problem with the current audio situation here. He does sleep sometimes, so maybe I can make videos when he's sleeping. I don't have anything around here that I could, well, maybe this, but I don't know. I think that would just break the skull. What I need to do is, you know, silence him for a while. So it's just about time for me to put these new drops in. I'm supposed to do, I think, like 4. Let's see, where is that? Oh, up here. So the apply 1 drop 4 times per day until the next visit with the, and then this other stuff, which is a pink top, and that's to I think it's for, you know, infection, prevent infection and that kind of stuff. So I'm supposed to do that 4 times a day. And so I think on the 28th, I'm not sure if they'll totally do away with those. I think they will. So what else? It looks like this microphone's going to work for me, and this camera is going to work for me. I could add a couple more cameras, but I would run into problems. Something would like to, you know, interfere with the other one or something. So I think, you know, give me your opinion. This is going to be, I think, the situation, except here I want, and I may use Roku or something else. Right now I'm using just a single screen, by the way. But although, you know, I haven't had, you know, I've used multiple screens. So be doing my stuff, and if I'm using 2 screens, you know, I might have this running of me up in a corner. Or probably I would have it, you know, you log in and there'll be me with, you know, Howard's notebook and that type of stuff, and the date and the time on the screen. And then I'll perhaps move it to a different view, and maybe just my video up in a little corner of me and stuff like that. So there are some things going back, but what I'm interested in is a bunch of you, you know, you're not saying, well, we want the separates. We like a screen over there where you can show us let's see, where the headphones, the new headphones or whatever. Well, I want to see those, you know, and see the Amazon thing that you scroll down and stuff. So we'll see. But right now I think you're pretty much satisfied with this type of a situation. Now it makes it easier for me, but it does make it a little harder where I'd like to show you, you know, something. So I've been talking for 24 minutes, and right now my son is kind of quiet in the other room, but you don't know for how long. When I get the glasses situation taken care of, like there's this, what do they call it? It shows up like every 70 years, and it's really, I guess, I'm 62 right now. Anyway, it shows up every 70 years, and I guess it's quite a spectacular thing to see with the problems that I've had, me going outside, I used to take a lot of pictures. Well, maybe I'm still making a lot of pictures, you know. But what's happened recently, well, longer than recently, but what's happened is I go outside and I see the police helicopter going over, or maybe one of the new aircraft from Martin, what is it called? You know, it's a place that designs, you know, military aircraft and things like that, and they fly over quite a bit and stuff like that. So, but when things changed because of my vision, it got where if I went outside, well, one, you know, without glasses, and I don't have the glasses yet, but without the glasses, you know, that's not good. And then two, when I try to look up, I get kind of dizzy. And, you know, confused or whatever in the motion. So what's going to happen here in a few days is I think I'm not going to, because when I looked up, it would be disorienting to me. And so I think I'm going to be able to look up and get some pictures and stuff, I hope. And by the way, the cell phone that I'm using is a Moto. And also this friend of mine, new friend, he went and made some adjustments to it that solved some of the problems that I was having. I've got 4 children and a grandson. His grandson is grown, you know. But it was kind of hard for me to set this thing up. Why are you watching somebody who can't even set his cell phone up correctly? But my daughter, not my oldest daughter, but my next daughter, she has several cell phones, and she gave me one, a fancy one in the past, and it was just beyond my capabilities of handling it. So, and I've owned about 4 or 5 Moto, you know, and in fact I think this is one that I owned before that I gave away, and that's happened several times. And so I purchased, you know, I think one was actually new, I mean the new model, and then later on I gave that away, and then I purchased the one that I gave away, you know, the same model, but you know, a year later or something. So I think I'll be thinking of these things because I've always been interested in that. Back in the early days of Howard's Notebook, an astronomy club I was in Kansas City, Missouri, and there was a large, nice astronomy club in Kansas City, and they contacted me and said, could we use part of your bulletin board system for our, and I forget the name of the club, but I think it went national, I think, because I can't remember the name of it now, but the same name of that club is now the name of a very large astronomy club, and I think that's them. But I let them use, you know, my thing. They logged, you know, people logged into Howard's Notebook, and then I can't remember the name of the thing. You could click on and go to the astronomy thing. I got a bunch of I have a lot of things that I wish I had done, and well, I guess there's probably things I wish that I hadn't done. But the one thing, the astronomy club, they had a big telescope out away from the lights of Kansas City, Missouri, and they asked me a couple of times if I wanted to go out there with them at night, you know, and I've never looked through. Now, of course, we all have watched, something from an event of happening, and it's being televised and on top of some, mountain or something or other, or maybe in another country, there's, an astronomy group, scientist or whatever, and and the pictures come across and we see it that way. But I haven't seen. Now, when Halley's Comet came through, whatever year that was, um, I bought an inexpensive telescope for the kids were little then, and it was a failure. I mean, it was not good at all. But then, not long after that, uh, everybody had been waiting for Halley's Comet, and then another comet came through, and it was in the sky all the time. I'd be in daylight. I'd be driving to work in daylight, and there'd be this comet, and so the kids did get to see that. So, anyway, I appreciate all of your support, and if you can help out in any way, thumbs up. Please subscribe and become a what do we call it? What do you people call it? YouTube people call it a member, and it doesn't cost anything. From Howard's note, on Howard's notebook, it doesn't cost anything to be a member. And of course, I'm not really doing anything. I set it up, so I would have it if I wanted to, hit set up. And but whatever you can do, give a thumbs up, do whatever whatever you can to help out. And your feedback is really important, by the way. There's a whole bunch of things here. Well, I don't want to get up right now, but I could show you. There's a whole bunch of things here that people. Let's see. Wait a minute. No, that's out of reach. There's a whole bunch of things that people recommended to me that I went out and purchased, and well, I should be able to get it, but I don't want to. Okay, let's be honest. I don't have any pants on. So I don't want to get up and go get it, but like cables for the monitor to the computer and stuff like that. I had some problems, and a regular or whatever, he said, Jim, what you need to get is, and he told me, and it's a higher grade of networking cable. And it made a difference in the hookup that I had at that time. I think with a lot of other people, they didn't need it. But the hardware that I had or something, the system needed that. Just all kinds of stuff like that. So if you can, please jump in and take part. Leave a comment. Thanks very much for watching all these years. If you're one of those people that's been around since 1982 or later, you might leave a comment. Occasionally somebody will do it. Somebody will say, "Oh, Jim, I've been watching your videos since the 1960s or 1970s and stuff." That's really great for having something like that happen. So if you can, please help out.